Hey friends, my video on the May Extra PR box is already live, and my unboxing of the ultimate for the month of May, which is also PR, is live. Girl, we had thoughts, we had product, no duplicates. There was a lot going on. This time around, we are going to go through my choices, the behind the scenes, if I got add-ons, which I did, and all that good stuff. If you haven't seen the other two videos for May, make sure you go check it out. They'll be linked up here somewhere, but also I do link them in the description box. If you're new here, I do link like my most recent 5 videos in the description box because YouTube ain't sending out notifications, push notifications, alerts, anything like that. Aren't even suggesting channels anymore. Where is my... Where is it? Okay. It's one of those things where I just try to make it easy for you, if you haven't seen them, for you to find the most recent content. We're gonna go ahead and start off at the very beginning. I do get PR, but I pay for an extra box every single month. I was paying for an ultimate, but then I was like, this is a lot of stuff and I only have the one face, plus I'm back at the workforce. So it's one of those things like, cuando tengo tiempo? When do I have time to play around with everything? So I did cancel and I'm sticking to just my extra because I can get that every single month. At exactly 12 p.m. on the 1st of May, I went in and I saw the infamous choose your 3 products at the top. Now they selected a brow gel for me, shades by Sean. It looks like it's a clear. Not gonna lie, I'm probably not gonna love it. And I'm not being picky, it's just that I have very stubborn brows. The only time that they cooperate is if I laminate them. I am due for a brow lamination, and so any brow gel that I use typically doesn't work for me. It'll work in the moment, and then within an hour my brows just kind of do whatever they want to do. This is not like a plug or anything. I did get this off of the TikTok. I got 2, one from me and one from Miss Tai Tai, and that one is what I have on my brows, and it looks like I laminated my brows, except I didn't. It lasted all day, no white chunks or anything like that. So when I see a brow gel, I'm always open and willing to try them, but I'm not super excited for them when my brows are not laminated because they don't typically work for me. But we're gonna go ahead and try her. They also selected the Swarovski, I hope I'm saying that right, Morning Drizzle Calming. I never clicked on it. I was working, making my selections. Reception at my location is not great. I don't know if it's a calming, let me check, because now I'm over here like, I don't know if it's a calming gel or cleanser. I went into the app, and after struggling, it says it's a morning drizzle calming cream. And when I say I was struggling, girl, I don't know what's going on with Ipsy, but like the buffering, and I'm on my Wi-Fi, I have the best Wi-Fi you could get. Girl, like the app is not apping. It's not loading, it's not buffering. I click on shop now, it takes forever to load. It's a whole mess. But anyway, I digress. Also, I can see my box has already shipped and it's almost here, so I'm really excited for that. Let's get back to it. So okay, so I got the cream, right? Boom. Then we go to choice number 1. I could choose one of 3, not 4, not 5, not 6. I feel like slowly but surely they're removing or eliminating extra options, which sucks. So we're paying more and getting less choices. Make that make sense. So we have the Smashbox Photo Finish Smooth Blurring Primer, the Laura Geller The Wearables Pinky of You eyeshadow palette, and then the Reset Cleanser by Dr. Brandt. I went straight for Smashbox. They do send me PR. I do like the brand, and their blurring primer is everything. This primer is going to be great for you to apply on your skin. Even if you're not going to apply any makeup, it'll diffuse and blur out any imperfections, your enlarged pores, and or textures. It's a great primer with makeup on top, but it also makes your skin look flawless if you have no makeup on. The Laura Geller, y'all, if you haven't seen the other videos, make sure you go check them out. I decided to skip on her. I don't need another one, so yeah. And don't worry, we are gonna do try-ons, so those will be coming, okay? Okay. Then we go to choice number 2. For this one, we got 4 options. Here we have the Toy Factory Naya Face Ultra Shimmer Highlighter Palette, Say Beauty High Beam Concealer in HB5, the Rare Beauty Fine Comfort Gentle Exfoliating Body Wash. Smells so freaking good. The Dermalect Self-Esteem Beauty Sleep Serum. I don't need any more skincare and or serums. The Toy Factory, great brand, but also like I don't really do a lot. Like it says highlighter palette, but in that photo, it doesn't look like highlighters. In that photo, it looks like straight up blushes. And so at this point, I was like, yeah, I'm so confused. I'm not going for that. I went with the Say Beauty. Based on this photo, it looks a lot darker than than what I would need. Like a lot darker for a concealer. I could probably use it for like bronzing and or contouring the skin if the undertone is right. However, Ipsy's pictures sometimes look deeper, especially for complexion, than what you actually get when like it arrives to your home. I've experienced it a handful of times and I've been impressed. So given that they have sent me product that I've been able to work with or has worked for my complexion, I went with the concealer. I do like Say Beauty and they have not steered me wrong too many times. I think it was like once where I was like, that shade does not work for me, never mind. Once, pushing it twice. So I kind of went with the concealer. We're gonna give that a shot. Then for choice number 3, we only have 4 options as well. This is absolutely annoying and I'm sorry for the rant, but again, we've always had 6 choices, 5 full-size products. The price increases, and yes, we get Rare Beauty, we get Say Beauty, we're getting Smashbox, Dr. Brandt. Why are we paying more and getting less of options? It's so annoying. But the Ordinary UV filters, I just got... where is it? An SPF. So I didn't want to get another one. I live in Florida, but like, Nana, I don't go outside like that either. So I was like, no, I want to try something else. The Lith Beauty Hydra Lip Gloss in Melt, which happens to be a pinky peach. The Verb Volume Spray. Lith Beauty, the same gloss, but this one is in plush, which happens to be a raspberry pink. Your girl went with the peachy pink because I love me a peach lip. So we went with that. My box doesn't look bad. I mean, I have a lippy, I have a what seems to be a moisturizer, a brow product, a base, not a base, a primer, and a concealer that may or may not work. So I was like, okay, cool. Let's go to add-ons. Here's another thing. I've been raving about the LYS at work with a specific coworker. We narrowed down what her shade would be. So I went on to add-ons to see if I could find her shade so that I can order it for her because she really wants to try it. They didn't have the LYS, so I'm going to give you that as a spoiler. The First Aid Beauty, the deep pot of that moisturizing mask I loved for Thai, they didn't have that either. That was very disappointing. But we're going to go ahead and move on. So I decided let's go on to add-ons. For $12, recommended products, Fenty Beauty, Makeup Forever, Fenty Gloss, Dr. Jart, which I think is the first time I see the Jelly Bear mask. More Fenty Beauty, Rodeo, and Golden Fatten. I feel, and this is just me, maybe I'm a spoiled brat. Don't say yes. If you're my friend, be nice. But for recommended products, I feel like these are like products that were like, they weren't exciting. And it's not because, well, you have so much makeup. I love makeup. I get new stuff all the time and I'm going goo goo gaga because they're so exciting. But this is all product, like there's nothing super duper new that I noticed, you know? So I didn't grab anything from there. Then I go over to the minis that are only $3.50, starting off with like Elf Skin, Vitamist, First Aid Beauty. The commodity fragrances, the milk ones, those are actually really nice. So it's one of those things like if you've not tried them, they for $3.50, they do contain good amount of product. You can use it a good week and spray yourself more than once, meaning two, and do that every single day for 1 week. 1 week to me is like working week, so it'd be 5 days. Elf Cosmetics full-size Halo Glow in 2 different shades. Moon Slice, I've not tried that blush, but I've heard really nice things. Ace Beauty highlighters. They had a full-size eyeliner by Toy Factory. Bella Pierre, more Elf. The Aether Beauty lippy, those are nice. The IBY Beauty, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the formulation on that may be better than the Laura Geller. Don't get mad, that's just my opinion. Wing Me, Tula skincare, but those are travels. Rodeo in the form of travels. LMS, a lot of skincare, but nothing that stood out to me that I was like, I absolutely need to grab that. And I'm sorry that I'm not looking directly at the camera. Déjame echarme para atrás. Hold up, maybe this would work a little better. Here we go. Then they did have another of the commodity, the Maison Lou Marie. I so bad want the vanilla, and they had travel vanilla. I want the full size, and I'm looking for the full size. It's number 15, by the way. As a matter of fact, Mother's Day is coming. I can get it gifted. I was gonna buy it, but then life happened and I never ordered it. But now I'm getting questions like, what do you want for Mother's Day? Maybe I'll get that perfume. $6, the Benefit Professional Matte Primer. It's this big, not worth your $6. Now, the Super Setter, also $6 by Benefit. It is about the same size, but you do at least get 5 days worth of a setting spray for $6, so it's not necessarily bad. ABH Brow Definer, but those are not full size. Those are like travel. Pretty Vulgar, those look like they're full size eyebrow pencils. I think these travel or sample sized mascaras for $6 is a lot. Like they used to sell them for $3.50. So I would say no to that. Elf Skin, that looks like it's a full size for $6, but then again, regular price is $11, so that's not necessarily bad. You know what is great for the price point? The Glow Recipe Mini Watermelon Glow. That baby is like this big for $6. I think that's worth it. And the Lip Reset by Farsali is full size and it's for your lips for $6 is not bad. My problem is the screen completely went gray. And I just couldn't. I couldn't move forward. So I needed to kind of refresh, which was annoying. Then they had some Tatcha. That thing is like this for $6. I don't think it's worth it. You know what they had that I thought was really cool? The Boom Boom Body Firmeza Oil. It's a body firming oil. $6. The brand is Sol de Janeiro. JVN hair products for $6 I think are totally worth the price point. They did have a little roll-on oil by Maison Lou Marie, but it's number 14, which I already have, and not. See, I have 13. I have 13, I have 14, I want 15, and no one's giving me 15. So we're gonna move on to $12 full size. A ton of the Say Beauty shades of the concealer. Their Illuminator, the Rodeo, the Smashbox, Bisha is there. The Makeup Forever for $12. I wouldn't even pay $12 for the Laura Geller eyeshadow palette. Don't get mad at me. You know what I would pay $12? The CL brush. That brush looks fantastic. I'm so excited to play with it. They even had Makeup by Mario, the Lippies for $12. Which I really liked how the formula felt on my lips. Fenty Beauty. See, these are the price points that we have grown to really enjoy. You know, it's just $12 for something that would be way more expensive. There was a lot of skipping involved while I was scrolling, which is super annoying. The Lith, Saturday Skin Melting Balm, Ahava, Earth Harbor, First Aid, oh Lord, girl, stay still. First Aid Beauty Daily Resurfacing Lotion. That's really, really nice. Dew of the Gods, the filler for the under eye works miracles under my eyes. I did not grab another one because I still have a lot left. So I was like, hopefully when I need more, I know I'm procrastinating, but I have so much product. I was like, okay, hopefully when I need more, I'll be able to find it on here when I'm running low. Things that stood out to me, mira, they had the Rare Beauty Exfoliating Body Wash. That thing smelled so freaking good. Dry bar. They are putting a good mix of hair care product in here. Look, a bigger perfume, like a bigger size of Maison Lou Marie, but it's number 4. We moved on to $18. They had NARS Lippies, NARS concealers in a variety of shades, kind of limited, but still a variety. Laura Mercier, the Natasha Denona palette, stunning palette, Iconic London. I was looking at the Tarte, but I also feel like those Tarte palettes are slightly I could be wrong, overrated. I do love that they still feature Ofra, and for $18, I think it's a steal given that it's $35 for it on its own. That is not the First Aid Beauty that I was looking for. So a lot of skin. You guys, that Caress Apothecary Wild Rose Night Brightening Cream is stunning. I literally dipped my finger all over the face. I woke up, my face was so freaking plump, okay, and it looked so good. They had Perricone, good skincare brands, like insane skincare and hair care brands, but nothing that I was like, I absolutely need to like grab right now. Like I need it because I'm running low. So I figured like we'll just wait and see what happens. $25, you got some NARS foundations. At $25 is where you're getting like some good makeup. Natasha Denona palette, Kat Berkey, and then Caress apparently has a fragrance, which is not bad for $25. And then you have your $50 bundles, and at this point, they don't have 4 $50 bundles. They only have 2. I don't think those bundles are working for them. They have to figure something out because this 3 to 4 options per choice is not cool. And people are very vocal about it, as they should be, because this is not okay. We're gonna move on to reviewing my add-ons. As add-ons, I added the Rare Beauty Exfoliating Body Wash because I used it and I loved it and it smells amazing and I smelled delicious. Delicious in like a floral sweet way. I just really liked it. And then the First Aid Beauty, I got a backup just because honestly it's good, but also that packaging, like you twist it and it exposes the little and then you pump it. I loved the packaging. So I paid $12 each, an additional $25.68 for my box, and then I completed my box, and that was it. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm looking at all the options that I got versus the option or the variety that I got for the Ultimate. Ultimate is definitely way more exciting. Not only are you getting more products, there was a bigger variety, kind of slightly different things. I don't know what the choices would look like behind the scenes, which is why I'm thinking maybe I'll sacrifice my extra for the next quarterly box and just upgrade, pay the little extra and see what that's gonna look like behind the scenes. Because when I had my Ultimate, I just let them randomly send me whatever and hope that I wasn't getting any duplicates. At this point, I feel like the Ultimate kicked Extra's butt. Looking at the product, the brands, the amount of stuff, the sizes, it was absolutely insane. I'm gonna say it because I don't feel like anyone's saying it, but this is what I'm thinking. The whole idea of having to do a survey so that they can customize, I think is gone. It's no such thing. I don't think the survey is doing much of anything for anyone. I think it used to. I was very firm on the survey helps because whenever I would make changes, it would take 1 to 2 months, but I can notice the difference based on what I put in my survey. At this point, I just feel like the survey is there and you feel like a member and it makes you feel special, but I don't think they're really customizing based on what you want. But I really want to hear you guys' thoughts. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Are we box twins? Did you select any of the items that I chose for my box? Are you looking to upgrade and pay the little extra for the next quarter and just get the Ultimate? Because I'm thinking of doing that. Let me know in the comments. Now listen, if you're new here, I hope you enjoyed today's content and the honesty. I just can't help it. I have to be honest. If you did, please make sure you hit that like button and you subscribe to our family here on the channel. I hope everyone left a comment. Even if it's a hey girl, how you doing? That would be great because that really helps me out. I really do appreciate you. If you're still here, that means you made it all the way through and you are a real one. So thank you so much. Remember that I did link my most recent videos in the description box, and YouTube is going to recommend 2 videos here on screen. I believe you're going to enjoy, so I hope you consider checking it out. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye guys.